Hello, welcome to Shrav's technical series. In this series, we are going to discuss the third session of this use case. We started with we already discussed two sessions where we were discussing this use case, where we read data off of a WebSocket, which is a code stream of various stocks and cryptos, etc. And then we process that code stream and publish that code stream to a Redis topic. Then there's another process which reads the data off of that Redis topic, parses them, and pushes the messages to the Redis time series. So in this video, we are going to discuss the third part. So now for the demo. We get the data from a WebSocket from a third-party provider in this format. So if you see here, we have codes. We subscribe to the Ethereum USD and Bitcoin USD. So we get the data for both the code, both the symbols. So the Redis time series. So we have the first part. In the first two sessions, we discussed the code which reads off of that WebSocket and publishes the messages to the Redis time series to the Redis topic. So here is the Redis topic. If you see here, the messages match with what we see in the WebSocket. So I have a Redis client listening to that Redis topic. So these are the messages I see on that Redis topic. Now the second program is reading off of this Redis topic and then publishing them to the time series. If you see here, I'm doing a time series info of Bitcoin UTC, Bitcoin USD. So if you look at the last timestamp, last 4 digits, last 5 digits, 47218, then here it is 05693 because the higher digits are up. It's 9 here, 8 there. So that way we are consolidating the data into a Redis time series data structure. Now we'll discuss the code. In the previous sessions, we already discussed most of the code, so we have reused that code. So in this session, I'm going to skip what we have already discussed in the previous video sessions. So for this session, we'll go through the main method. In the main method, we'll take the Redis topic we have to listen to. So in Redis, we are pushing each symbol to a separate topic. So we are going to listen to both the topics in this program. So we give a comma separated list of topics the application has to listen to. Then we create a thread pool. Then this is signal handler, which we already discussed. Then we have a class called Redis subscriber, which takes the topics comma separated and the IO, which is the thread pool, and calls the run function. So we'll discuss the Redis subscriber. In the run function, in the Redis subscriber run function, we take the IO context which we have passed. We use get executor to create a strand, which we already discussed in the last two sessions. And then we call each of these methods subscribe to a topic, parse the message, publish to the Redis time series in each strand. So a strand will ensure that each of these functions will run at a time, will be run in a single thread at a time. So that way there won't be memory corruption. So we'll go through the subscribe method. In the subscribe, we create a Redis Redis client. Then we call subscribe. Then we'll create a subscriber class, a subscriber object on that. On the subscriber, we call consume method in a loop, right? And then on the subscriber, we set a event handler on message callback, and the on message callback will give us a message which is the string format. So that would be this message. Sorry, that would be this message of the topic. So each time the subscriber gets a message, it will call the callback. So once you get the message, we send it on a single producer, single consumer queue, which is again another Boost construct where only a single producer would be producing and a single consumer would be consuming. So this way two threads can collaborate with each other. Then once the message is sent to single producer, single consumer parse queue, we have a parse thread which is listening on that queue, gets the message off of the queue, and then uses Boost JSON parse to parse the message and then gets the timestamp. And if you see, if this timestamp is greater than the last timestamp we have seen, then it will use that data point, or else it will skip the data point. And then it will publish it on a publish queue. So the publish method would listen on the publish queue, which is which now it receives a JSON object, which is a dictionary key value pairs. Then it creates a vector of messages which have to be sent to the Redis time series in a batch fashion. So we take a batch size and then we publish to that Redis time series in a batch. So you could read the Redis documentation. So for doing a multi-add, time series multi-add to Redis time series, you have to first put ts.madd, then you have to give this symbol and then the timestamp and then price. Then you have to repeat these three again. So it would be ts.madd, symbol, timestamp, price, symbol, timestamp, price, symbol, timestamp, price. So you have to repeat that. And then once we reach the batch size, we resize the results to 1. So that way we'll keep this intact, but we'll update these values again. So that way we create new fresh batches and keep sending it to the Redis time series. Now this is the, so we also have a helper class here to read in an exponential backoff fashion. So the single producer, single queue is a does a busy wait if there's no message. So we don't want to use CPU cycles when there's no message. So we have written this exponential backoff. So we have a backoff limit of 5. So each time there's no message, we'll wait for 1 second, 1 second, then 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 8 seconds, 16, 32 seconds, multiples of 2. So it's a, yeah. So that's how we wait here, so that we don't waste CPU cycles. And then this is the Redis header, Redis subscriber header. We already discussed this function, so this is the header and this is the exponential backoff we just discussed. Then we have a common utils for we have been using throughout these sessions. So we have get environment which gets the variables from the environment, and then this get connection options which creates Redis connection options which we have passed to the Redis client creation instance. So we have so that's how we are reading off of the Redis topic and then publishing the messages to the Redis time series. So we have both Bitcoin and ETH -USD. Even the Ethereum prices are coming in. So we have 450052. Here it was 448898. So yeah, thank you.